Alright, there it is, a Procom Magnum turbo heater. Kind of fancy. I got this on Facebook Marketplace for 40 bucks, and these things kind of like this, maybe just a little newer, sell for $300. And this one you can burn diesel, kerosene, and maybe a couple other liquids in it. But only paid 40 bucks for it on Marketplace. It does not work. Did I already say that? Probably not, but I'll tell you now. It doesn't work. And I want to show you what I had to do to get it fixed. And you can see it's pretty dirty. It's even got a little gas gauge there. And I've already taken it apart, and I want to show you what I had to do to fix it, but I want to show you what it looks like when it's all together. It's actually got some kind of a patented turbine thing here where the air comes in and goes down, sort of like a jet engine, how the flow is. And you can see, there's the front of it. It ran for a while, the guy said, but then it quit. I got a feeling that we need to clean it out and everything. And also, we probably are going to have to replace the igniter in this. But you can see, before I take this apart, it does have the button broken off here. Luckily, the board's okay. And it looks like it's got a little bit of a aggressive pushing on that little button there. And that button doesn't do anything and all that. But this does have a digital display. When you plug up, it does a countdown from 8 to 0, then it comes on. And this is a variable heater. It goes from 120 BTU, I believe, and you can adjust it down to about 80 BTUs, which is pretty cool. And it also has a little temperature gauge on it. It has a bunch of stuff on it. I don't have a manual for it, but I will probably get one later. And you got the handle here. The model number of this is actually right here. It's a PCK 110VT, 110 volts. So then there's some of the stats on it and everything. This side's in good shape. Okay, no problems here. The panels, plastic, everything is not busted. It's just this side here. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get a panel for this. I've been looking on Marketplace and on eBay. I haven't seen anything, but if I can get this here piece, this thing will be in great shape once I'm done with it. But anyway, let's go ahead and kind of pull it apart here. I want to show you what it looks like when it's all apart. And this is just a bunch of screws that it's held in with. And they're all actually over there in that little pail. So you got that comes off on the top once you take these screws off here. You got this plastic piece, just cover here. It comes off. And I've already checked this and cleaned out the filter and everything. It's okay now. And by the way, that just pulls up out of there. It's really kind of hard to get a hold of. You have to kind of be careful not, break this off, but it will come out of there. And over here, the piece that's kind of messed up, right here, it comes off like that. And I've already disconnected this from the board. So I wanted to show you a couple things here. And there's the hole that's kind of in there. Yeah, I could glue something on here, onto the board, onto this button here, but I don't want to end up gluing something on there, then it won't come back off if I do find a piece like this, because this is all made together. The button was probably in this right there. And you can see someone just got rough with it and poked it out and all that. But there's a lot of information on here and all that, and how to operate that. So we'll put that off to the side. And here is the board. It's in good shape. 4 screws, little tiny screws, kind of bolts that on to this here. So what I had to do when I first would plug it up, it would run for a couple seconds and just shut off. So what I had to do is get my multimeter here. And I had to go ahead and buy, guess what? An igniter. Yeah, let me show you the old one. So here is the old igniter. Now, before, this was all connected. It didn't look like it was anything wrong with it, but somewhere along the line, I just bumped it and it kind of broke, and it was real brittle. But I did do a continuity check on this, and it turns out when this was it looked like it was in good shape. Well, there was no continuity going through it, so I knew right away that we had to replace this. So what I did is went on, I think it was eBay, got another one for $28, and let me show you what it looked like. And here is the new one that I put in. It's held in just with 1 bolt, And there, see, you can see it's different. It's just got one big probe. It's nothing like the old one. And these here have a very high failure rate. So like I said, I picked this up for $28 free shipping. And it works pretty good. It glows and all that. So we'll stick it back in. And here is the paperwork that came with it. Pretty simple to operate. Of course, you'll have to look at your model number and see what you actually need. And you can see I haven't been running it very long. And look at that. Dust on there already. So we'll stick this back in here like that. And like I said, it was just held in with one screw. So I put the igniter in it. And this is held in by a 6.5 millimeter little tiny screw. And I'll show you where the wires go to in case you end up with one of these, because I know if someone sees one of these for sale, they might want to know what they're getting into, and this is why I'm doing this video. And the wires come down through here, comes down through a little hole and goes in the back of the board right here. I'll have to zoom my camera back up for you. Right here, you got a yellow wire on this side and a yellow wire right here. These are kind of a bear to pull off, so you got to be careful and connect them back up. And it doesn't matter which one goes where. It's just, you know, way I looked on here and there's no positive or negative. But anyway, these wires run back up through here and run up through here, and that's how that goes on. And the other thing, after I put this in, it still wouldn't run. Well, it would run, but it wouldn't blow fire or anything or heat anything. It would just go back off. So I thought, well, let's check this guy here, this piece right here. So what I did, I took it off, and then right here I had to disconnect these two little hoses. This is your nozzle that sprays the fuel in, and you turn this counterclockwise and pull out on it, and it should come right out kind of like this. Oop. My hand's in the way there. So what I did, I moved this fan back out of the way. It just disconnects right there, just kind of lifts up off of that. And you turn this around until it comes out. Now what I had to do, I had to blow compressed air in here, and I shot some carburetor cleaner in here and got this nozzle really clean. And there was a little bit of stuff that come out of there, but once I did that, put it all back together, and guess what? Let me show you how this goes back in before I get to hit it myself. So it goes in like that. Got these little ears here. Goes like that, then turns clockwise. Back to put it back on like that. And be careful when you're pulling your hoses off, because you can break these. People get aggressive with them. So there is that, and there is this one, and you got your photo sensor down here. So it's in good shape, and that detects the fire and somehow throws a signal to the board, and the board says, "Oh, we see fire." And it keeps it going. So that's how I did that. And once I did that and had the igniter in it, and would you believe it ran? It runs now. So I wanted to show you, these are the two components that you have to check. Then the fan, of course, you know, just kind of goes like this, sits in here like that, and there we go, like that. And for 40 bucks, I got a nice turbo heater here. Oh, Procom. So that's all I had to do to it. Now on this board, there are 4 screws back here, or I think, no, actually there's 6 that goes in. They're little tiny screws, and let me get those. And here's one of those little tiny things. So we'll start this up, and I'll let you look at this board before we put the plastic back on and everything, and let you look at the igniter, how it's working and all that. Alright, so we'll give you a nice look at it here and show you how it starts up. So you plug it up like this, and you're going to hear a countdown. I'll show you the board here real quick. minutes, it will slow down and go down to 60,000 BTUs. Right now it's running at 120,000 BTUs. And we'll see if we hear it slow down. There it goes. It says 49 degrees, and it slowed way down. So it's working just like it should. So I think I got a pretty good deal. What do you guys think? After putting about $30 in it and about an hour of my time, so all I have to do now is bolt it back together. But it has, like I said earlier, it has this patent design where it's like a jet engine and the air gets forced out and makes it really efficient. So this is the second one I bought and fixed. So look at that, just like it should be. Nice red flame. So that's all I had to do to fix it, you know. You can get a lot of good deals on Facebook Marketplace if you just look around. Let me go ahead and turn it off now real quick. And that is that. And it has an automatic adjusting, I guess for 60,000 and 120,000 BTUs, the pressure is a little different, and it'll show up here 6.5 to 7.5. You really don't have to do any adjustments. And everything back here was in good shape. This could be replaced here, but see, someone's tried to get in here and do something. That's a little damaged, but the adjustment's right here for the pressure, but everything else is okay. The wires, hoses. So I think I got myself a pretty good deal here for this turbo heater. Hopefully this video will help you guys out. So what I'm going to do is put this all back together. I'm going to put this top piece back on, make sure that this doesn't rub or anything, and don't make a mistake like I did. Don't touch this. It's very hot. You can burn yourself pretty good. So, and how much fuel do we have? I don't know. Probably about a half a tank. So we'll clean all this up and make it look really good. So yeah, there you go. So I'm going to get it back together here and make it look really pretty and everything, and wrap this video up. But if you're going to get one of these, if you see them on Facebook Marketplace, there are some videos of these on there. But other than that, I bought it because I didn't see anything busted here, like on the board or anything. It was all in good shape. This hose here actually adjusts the pressure for the air that comes in to the back of this, and it tells the computer to slow everything down, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'll see if I can get one of these guys here later and make it perfect. Alright, we got all the little screws back in that without damaging anything, and put all your wires back up in the little tie, and now we can kind of set this up in here like this. There's a screw on the bottom down here that kind of holds that in there. And there's one here and a couple on the top. So now we're going to kind of set that up there. Alright, so we got both pieces on each side on the plastic and the instructions. Some of these screws are not right. Yeah, it's like anything you buy used. There's going to be screws missing. Someone's going to put screws in that shouldn't be. So I'll probably have to get my own later. But for now, I've got what is in there that will hold it together pretty good for now until I get some new ones. Alright everyone, it's been running for about 25-30 minutes, and I finally got all the settings right on it. Before, the flame would kind of go puff, 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 puff. It turns out it was a little seal inside the nozzle that had a little tear in it. Replaced that. Now it seems to be okay. Let me show you that seal. Turned out it was this little tiny thing here. How small that is. And I had one left out of my kit. And actually, it's a different color. It's like this. So that's on the lowest setting, 1. Now if I go higher, it's got 5 settings. It'll speed up. There it goes. And you can see I got a nice steady flame. Yeah, sometimes it'll go but it doesn't do it no more since I changed that little seal out. A lot of little settings to get it perfect. And the pump pressure on this is 6.9. I think if I push this, it'll show the pump setting. 4 or 5 should go a little higher. I can adjust it, but you got to be kind of quick about it. Oh, turn it in a little bit. Do it again. We'll turn it off. Turn it back on. See where our pump pressure is. That's the main key, is getting a pump pressure set just right. I need to put a gauge on it though. Oh, 7.0, that's good. The display says 6.9. So we'll turn it back down. It's just about ready to go down to the last setting. It should slow down. This actually goes over here on this side. I did put a new filter in it right there. It looked like it had some debris in the original one. Got like a silver piece of it, gold piece in the inside. Alright, it should be slowing down now. But anyway, I think I got a pretty good deal. There is a manual online that you can download. There it goes, slowing down. Hear that? So it still might need some small adjustments, but for now I'm going to go with it the way it is. I'm going to put it back together and use it. So I'm going to see if I can take the top of this off without it blowing out. Alright, we'll turn it off for a sec. We'll fire it back up one last time before we end the video. I think that's enough of that. So there you go, guys. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. But you never know what you can find on Facebook Marketplace. But now I got a nice heater. That's the second heater I can use with variable temperature and fan speed and all that in my smaller garage versus my other one, which is mainly for a big space. So I'm going to say hello. Let me know where you're watching from and all that. And until my next video, I will see you later.